What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Wow. Wow, people. This guy here, Agit Kabayel, yeah? He taking all these dudes' bodies home with him. That's what he's doing. He's got Makhmudov, Anzaleki Makhmudov, aka El Nitandaral. Yeah, Neantan, whatever that word is. Nifandaral, Barsh. El Nifandaral, his body on the mantelpiece. Frank Softbody Sanchez, aka El Fidel Castro, his body on his mantelpiece sitting at home. And now, Big Bang, I bang you. This guy's, I don't know what to say. I've never seen in the history of this game. Yeah. A lot of things can be said a lot of times, but I'm telling you, man, right now, for nothing, for free. I'll tell you, man, for free. How about that one? Yeah. The YB don't do much for free, but I'll tell you this for free. This guy, Kabayel, is the most prolific body puncher of all time. That's it. Bottom line. Bottom line. He's getting these guys out of there in the first half. That's mad. That's mad. You can say maybe these new age heavyweights are soft, but I'm talking about the process behind it. Kabayel, Mike Tyson, what would Mike Tyson do? He might slap one hook and then slap an uppercut. He wasn't strategically just digging the body. It doesn't even make sense to me. Traditionally, when you dig the body too much, you're constantly dropping your hands and you get popped with something straight. Zhang's the king of straights, the king of the back straight. And yes, Kabayel I think he got clipped in one of these rounds. He got clipped in the round before the fight finished. He got clipped. He got hit with a Johnny Bash, the backhand. But to be quite 5 rounds in, listen, people. Let me tell you something now. Again, for free. The reason Kabayel got clipped wasn't because Zhang was doing a whole bunch. People, Kabayel went in there and he got a taste for Zhang's power in the first round. Felt him out. But after that, the next 4 rounds, until this knockdown, it was all Kabayel. So what happened here was Kabayel switched off. He got a little bit too loose as a goose. He lacked a little bit of concentration, given that he just had 4 rounds punishing Zhang's body. yeah. Wrapping his body up, ready to take home to his missus. That's what he did. Yeah. Big Bang's body's coming home to Kabayel's missus, and she's putting it right on top of the mantelpiece. Another body. That's what we know for sure. So that's what happened with the knockdown. You can see it here. I'm not going to play the footage, obviously, but Kabayel gets a little bit like... Kabayel at this point, he's thinking there's something a little bit too sweet about Zhang. Now, he wasn't far off. He wasn't far. It wasn't, to be fair, it wasn't a straight shot anyway. It was a southpaw right hook. Came out of nowhere. Kabayel was looking at the floor. I mean, again, for me, it was a lack of concentration. And if anything, he got back up. He can take a shot well. He took a shot well, and a round later... That's where Kabayel got knocked down. A round later, Zhang, where is he? Big Bang. Zhang didn't... This guy Kabayel's scary, if I'm honest, man. This guy Kabayel's scary. That's the honest truth here. We've now seen... Let me check that reference I gave you. Agit Kabayel. This guy has now stopped 3, at minimum, top 10. Zhang was top 5. Sanchez at points has been top 5. Makhmudov, okay, but he was top 10. So we got 3 top 10 fighters, 2 of which arguably top 5. And he stops Anzaleki Makhmudov in round 4 to the body. He stops Frank Sanchez to the body in round 7. And he just stopped Zhang to the body in round 6. And the thing about Zhang is, Zhang wasn't crippled over. I don't even think Sanchez was crippled over. This guy, Kabayel, he don't punch the hardest. He doesn't, the shots look like you can take it or leave them. Yeah? But we know Zhang's gas tank ain't the best. Still, if this guy had a proper punch, but then again, maybe there's a downside to it with Kabayel. We can all suck the big punches off, but big punching takes a lot of cardio. And the touching, look at people like Usyk. He's touching. Now, Kabayel punches a lot harder than Usyk. Usyk ain't stopped no one. He was the last person he stopped, man. He ain't stopped no one at all. You put Kabayel near Usyk, I'm telling you now, people, I'm going big on Kabayel. Usyk's body's too soft. Kabayel was walking down Zhang in round 2. What's Usyk going to do? Faff around and slap around the place. I like Usyk. Kabayel stops Usyk. Oops. Kabayel has a better chance than Dubois, if I'm honest. Dubois can't really fight on the inside. Dubois, there's a chance here Dubois gets caught up like the first fight, trying to have an amateur. Because Usyk's moving a lot. I can see Dubois getting in there, falling short on his jab or missing with the right hand and getting disheartened. Kabayel, you're not interested in jabbing with your ass. His hands are coming here and he'll plod all over Usyk like you wouldn't believe. And Usyk's leg will run out. His legs will be goosed after 6 rounds. And after that, Kabayel will work him like a heavy bag. Seriously. What's Usyk going to do? Zhang's best shot bounced off him. What's Usyk going to do? Usyk will do nothing. Kabayel stops Usyk. Seriously. Stops him. He stops him. Or he butchers him to a pulp. That's what you'd see. You'd see a proper filling in from Kabayel and Usyk. Usyk crying about AJ's moody, weak body shots. When was the last time AJ ever stopped someone to the body? Never. Never stopped no one to the body. Has AJ. And yet he's like, the referee complaining and shit. This guy, Kabayel, he'll put Usyk's soft body on the ultimate pedestal. I'll give Usyk a lot of credit. He is the undisputed soft body champion. His body's soft, man. His body's soft. I like him. His body's soft. Kabayel will take it home. 100%. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Kabayel will take Usyk's body all the way home like the 3 little pigs. No doubt about it. Stop playing with me. There's no chance. He's too big. He's too strong. Phenomenal. 3 back-to-back stoppages. Parker stunk the place out with Zhang. He stunk the place out with Zhang. What was Parker doing in there, man? Ooh, having a look. Kabayel was all over him from round 2. I can't lie to you. I didn't see that coming. In round 1, I thought, okay, Kabayel shit himself. That's not true. I'm being facetious, but I thought, okay, he's kind of... But he came out in that first round, had a little taste, and then thought, whatever, there's all this hype about Big Bang, and stuck it all over him. And really, apart from the knockdown, if the knockdown hadn't happened, it would have been one of the most dominant fights I've ever seen in recent times, man. He was all over him, man. All over him. Proper all over him. Zhang didn't want no more. Zhang's big ass, man. No cardio ass. No cardio having ass. Parker couldn't do it to Zhang. Hrgovic couldn't do it to Zhang. Who else has Zhang fought? Wow, forget about Wild. Get the point. Yeah, Kabayel was just the shots. It looks like he's just touching. Obviously, he's a heavyweight. Obviously, he's a trained man. So I wouldn't want to be in there with him. But it doesn't look like, you know how when Canelo will be like just winging massive hooks in. Kabayel's not really doing that. He's just. The more I watch of boxing, I'm starting to appreciate volume. Yeah, because these big one-hitter quitters. Obviously, if you get them off, great. But look at people like Bakoli even. Bakoli is best. He's not just trying to set you up for one massive shot. He's putting in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So there isn't necessarily a massive advantage to digging, to just whap and putting a massive one on the end and blowing your load on one shot that they see coming because you've loaded up so much. It's the ones you don't see / the volume. Getting hit to the body once is one thing. When the guy keeps tapping it and tapping it and tapping it, there is a cumulative effect. And the little bit of sparring I've done, when someone touches your body once, it's not a problem. If in the next few seconds you get touched again, it's like, it's exponentially more damaging than the first time it was touched. It's literally like a health bar. If you get touched to the body in the same place too many times in a minute, for example, it just takes the life out of you. And Kabayel, like I said at the start of the video, he is the most prolific body puncher I've ever seen. And how he's able to do it and not blatantly get caught, slap down the middle with a straight right hand or whatever, I don't know what to say. I'm not seeing nothing super tricky in there from him. I'm not seeing a whole bunch of much. But he seems to be able to just slap people's body like 3 shots in a row and nothing comes back. So, listen, phenomenal. I did back Kabayel to win this fight. I didn't necessarily think he'd stop Zhang in this kind of fashion, though. Yeah, again, take the knockdown out. Zhang won the first round, and the next 5 rounds was all Kabayel. Back to back to back. That's how it was. Zhang didn't have a look in. And even that first round, the only reason Zhang had half a look in is because Kabayel was happy to have a look in the first round. I'm trying to see what the punch that landed. Okay. So was it there? Was that the shot? It looked like it was an uppercut. A sneaky on the inside. He's really sneaky on the inside. It was a sneaky uppercut to Zhang's solar plexus. There you go, you see it there. It's landed there, right smack bang here on the solar plexus. And I think that's where... I think he touches the liver as well with the left hook. I think he maybe touches the liver at the end as well. Just for good. Not really the liver, it's more the... I'm not sure what you'd call that. Is the kidney, or it's probably verging on an illegal shot, but either way, there's a little bosh, little turn. He's not proper winging him in, he's pop, pops it. And the big, I like Zhang, I like Zhang, but seeing him on the floor, he's like the big ogre, man, isn't he? I do like Zhang though, I do like him, he's got a good character. He's got proper character, I like Zhang, but man, fair play to Kabayel, end of the day. The first man to proper fill in Zhang. Yeah, we've never seen nothing like this before. And Zhang at one point was the boogeyman. This guy Kabayel is a problem. And like I said earlier, I've got Kabayel for me at this point in time. Let's see how Bakoli does against Parker. But at this point in time, Kabayel's number one to beat Usyk for me. I've got him much more of a favourite than Dubois, to be honest. Because I think Dubois quite crude. I haven't seen super high IQ inside fighting where he's able to stand there, tuck in and find shots. He's kind of walk forward and then just swing left and right. I haven't seen a whole bunch of... For example, in my opinion, you put Kabayel in there with Miller. He'll take Miller to school, I believe. He'll take Miller to school, proper tear Miller up. Whereas Dubois was just using raw brute force. There's not much a whole bunch of IQ. The highest IQ thing I'd say Dubois does is kind of at long range, amateur style 1-2, but you're not going to beat Usyk with that. You're going to have to literally stick your hands to your head, which is something I don't really see Dubois do too much, and wade in responsibly. Dubois likes to jump on his feet with his hands by his shoulders, dong, 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 taking shots from Ergovic. I can see him getting disheartened against Usyk and getting befuddled. Kabayel now, when he's sucked in like this, just stalking Usyk all over the ring, and Usyk's burning his 40-year-old legs out, running around in circles like Bivol. He's going to get punched up. Seriously. Kabayel will do Usyk proper arm. I like Usyk. He's getting punched up though. Kabayel's too big, too strong. He knows too much. He knows too much about the lost arc of the body. Yeah? The lost covenant of the soft body. Kabayel's unlocked it. Kabayel found the lost covenant of the soft body, people. Stop playing with me. He unlocked it. Yeah, oh, AB, the lost covenant of the soft body. Oops, Kabayel got that one. He found it in the desert of Saudi Arabia. He spent 2 weeks out in the desert searching for the ark of the lost covenant of the soft body. Bash. You best believe it. And he's got it now. He's got the talisman. He's got the talisman of the soft bodies in his gloves. Yeah? No doubt about it. His hands here are like a magnet to soft bodies. If you've got a soft body, Kabayel's gonna find a way to put 3 or 4 shots into them, and you ain't gonna do nothing back. These men ain't doing nothing back, man. I've never seen nothing like it before in my life. I've never seen a heavyweight be able to go in there, slap someone's body round after round. And these men don't do nothing. Sanchez had no ideas. No ideas. Okay, we can write off Ansleki Makhmudov for being a big stiff Nafandaral or whatever then. But Zhang? You telling me Zhang couldn't have... It's not like Kabayel was tricky like Parker was. Parker's in and out. We get how Zhang might not be able to keep up with him or to time him. But Kabayel was right on Zhang. He was right in front of him. Right in front of him for 5 rounds. And whatever Kabayel was doing in there, Zhang got one lucky shot essentially. I will call it a lucky shot. Like that's Zhang's kind of forte, to tell the truth. He's that's all he's got is a lucky shot. He don't really. He's proven that now. Yeah, if you can't beat Parker, then all you've got is a lucky shot. Yeah, all you got is a lucky shot. And the last thing I'll say is, I like Zhang, but for me, I think Zhang's probably a more prolific puncher than Wilder, punch for punch. If I'm honest. He does clip everyone. Who saw Kabayel getting clipped? Not me. Right. So Zhang really is that guy. Everyone he's been in there with. He popped Hrgovic's cherry. He popped Kabayel's cherry. He put Parker down. He popped Wilder. Zhang's the most prolific puncher of this era. Yeah, he hasn't finished it, but who's Wilder finished? No one. Wilder's finished no one. Wilder couldn't even finish Fury. Put Zhang in there with Fury. That's a 50-50 life and death fight, man. Right? That's a 50-50 life and death fight. If Zhang catches Tyson Fury like he did Kabayel, Fury's probably Sparko somewhere. Is the truth. Yeah? Anyway, salute to Kabayel. The good news is Kabayel is now mandatory. He's the interim WBC champion for U6 belt, which means we know Kabayel is of the same sect as Turkey. So there's no reason really, people. There's no reason really that this fight between Usyk and Kabayel won't happen. Turkey's going to be all gassed up. And rightfully so. This guy's prolific, man. He's the best body puncher of all time I've ever seen. Name me some names. Name me some names with man in there just touching cats to the body and getting them out of there in 6 rounds. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. Never before have I seen it. Sorry. I haven't seen this dude yet just chopping people's bodies up. I haven't seen it. Not a day in my life. This guy's the greatest body puncher of all time. And if he stopped Usyk, he would proper be the best artist. Mohamed Ahmad, body punching Kabayel is what his name will be. No doubt about it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Leg off the bell. There's no doubt about this, some people. Salute to Agit Kabayel. Yeah? 100%. Stop playing with me. You're pissing me off.